The story of Leah the orphan. In a quiet valley surrounded by tall mountains lived a young girl named Leah. She was only 12 years old but had already faced more pain than many grown adults. Leah's parents had died when she was very young, leaving her in the care of distant relatives who treated her more like a servant than family. Her days were filled with endless chores, and at night she often went to bed hungry. Despite her hardships, Leah carried a small treasure with her everywhere she went, a torn piece of paper with Psalm 23 written on it. Her mother had copied the psalm by hand before she passed away, telling Leah, "Whenever you are afraid or feel alone, remember these words, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." One cold evening, Leah sat by a well after finishing her chores. Her stomach ached from hunger, and her heart ached from loneliness. She looked up at the stars and whispered, "Lord, if you are truly my shepherd, why do I feel so forgotten?" That night, she dreamed of a gentle shepherd walking across green pastures with a flock of sheep. The shepherd's eyes were kind, and when he saw Leah standing alone, he called out, "Come, child, you belong with me." Leah ran to him, and as soon as she did, her hunger and sadness melted away. She felt safe, loved, and whole. When she woke up, the dream gave her courage to keep believing that God was with her, even when life was hard. The following week, the village was visited by a traveling merchant named Ezra. He noticed Leah sitting by the well, her eyes filled with sadness but her lips softly reciting Psalm 23. "What are you saying, child?" Ezra asked. Leah shyly showed him the piece of paper with the psalm. Ezra read it and smiled warmly. "Ah, the shepherd's psalm. My dear, those words are true. I once lost everything, but God led me like a shepherd into peace and provision." Moved by Leah's faith, Ezra decided to help her. Over the months that followed, Ezra often returned to the village. He brought food for Leah, clothes, and even books for her to learn from. He became like a father to her, and eventually, with the permission of the elders, he took Leah to live with his family in a nearby town. For the first time in years, Leah had a real home. She had food, warmth, and people who loved her. But more importantly, she realized that God had never left her. He had been her shepherd all along, guiding her through valleys of loneliness and hunger into green pastures of love and care. Whenever Leah prayed at night, she held her mother's piece of paper close and whispered with a smile, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.